Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to share with you guys products that I feel like are suitable for beginners, kind of like a beginner starter kit. I know that it's really difficult. You get confused like what products to buy, what are these products like, because a lot of people still don't know about primers and like foundations, even like the finish for foundation, like matte and dewy foundations and things like that. So I kind of want to touch a little bit on that and just kind of guide makeup beginners knowing what to buy. These products are going to be like affordable products because I feel like as a beginner, like you're not trying to break the bank, just obviously you at least have to start small before you get to like the high-end products. The first thing I'm going to start off with is obviously a primer. A primer is what you use after your moisturizer and before your foundation. A lot of people say that primer serves as a barrier between your makeup and your skin. Why I use a primer is because I want to control my oil. Even when people say that it's a barrier between like the makeup, just so it doesn't like irritate your skin, certain primers I've used have actually irritated my skin. Primers could actually hurt your skin. There's different types of primers. There's one that's just like for normal skin, and then there's ones for like oily skin, which I use. So if you've got oily skin like me, you definitely need to put on a primer. There's 3 primers that I recommend, but I've got one here to show you guys. The one I'm going to show you guys is the Sacha Matte Primer. Now I don't know if this primer is considered to be Drugstore, but I really like this primer. It's mattifying. The 2 other primers that I would recommend for you guys is the No. 7 Matte Primer and the Rimmel London Matte Primer. If you're looking for primers, I'll suggest that you try those 2 primers out because they're really inexpensive, about £10. You've got a little bit more to spend. I would recommend this is the Ever Matte Poreless Primer by Becca. This is the best primer for my skin. It just keeps me dry for about 8 hours. 8 to 10 hours max. That's about how much you'd get. This is really mattifying. This is really good. The next product I'm going to talk about is foundation. There's different types of finishes for foundations. There's like matte finish, there's a dewy finish. If you get to know your skin type, then you'd know what kind of foundation you'd buy. So for me, since I have oily skin, I usually tend to stay away from like dewy foundations and foundations that kind of make me look like a slick ball. I usually go for matte foundation. My favorite foundation is not from the drugstore because it is hard to get like a good foundation from the drugstore. The foundation that I would personally recommend is the L'Oreal Infallible. The only issue is it's not easy for you to get your shade. It's got really good coverage, so I'd recommend this. A lot of people tell me to try the Revlon Color Stay. It's also from the drugstore. So if you're looking, I think you should give that one a try and see how it is. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm actually going to try it. The next part of this video is obviously, well, it's not obvious, is it? I'm going to talk about eyeshadow. I know eyeshadow it's kind of scary as a beginner. It's like, eyeshadow, how do I put on eyeshadow? I have a video. I'm going to link that in the cards. Check it out. I'm going to tell you guys inexpensive eyeshadows. Okay. The first one is Morphe. Duh. Morphe is really good. I love Morphe. The pigment, amazing. I'm going to tell you some of my favorite Morphe eyeshadows. I have got the famous 35O palette. This is an amazing palette. I love oranges. This is amazing. Just look at these colors and look how dirty it is, because you know I use it a lot. I've got the 35N palette. And I've got this colorful palette. This is a 35B palette. These colors, yeah, I cannot stress how pigmented Morphe is. Absolutely stunning. You can't see it, but I don't know if that's going to focus. These colors are so pigmented and so amazing. I'm sure everyone and their mom has heard about Morphe. Now, another brand I'm going to tell you guys about is Makeup Revolution London. I use this palette a bit too much. Look at how chic it looks. Usually, for lower end eyeshadows, it doesn't come with a mirror, but this comes with a mirror. It's like, and the quality and the pigment is so good. It's so buttery. These are so rich. I don't know how to explain them, but they're so nice and you can't see them. I'm doing a horrible job at swatching. I'm gonna link all of the ones that I've got. I've got this one. I've also got this one. It's very neutral. I've got this one as well. Has more neutral colors. And last but not least, this one, I broke the mirror on this one. I just love these shadows so much. So moving on from eyeshadows, I'm going to talk about concealers. You can't go wrong. You cannot simply go wrong with Elegant concealers. So amazing, ridiculously inexpensive, everyone's fave. Everyone knows what it looks like. I use my Maybelline Fit Me. I absolutely love this. Blends like a dream. Obviously, when you're done with like putting your concealer on, you need to set the concealer and put it in place. I'd recommend the Sacha Buttercup Setting Powder. I wasn't like a huge fan of this powder. Today I actually put it on, like I tested it out again, like I brought it out and I was like, you know what, I'm actually gonna wear this powder. I feel like I need to like go back and like fish out all of my old makeup products and just like wear them again. I kind of realized that why am I not wearing this? With cream products, you always want to put a powder over it so it doesn't move, because if you just leave a cream product without setting it, it starts to crease. You definitely want to set any cream product, even if it's the contour, or if it's your foundation, or if it's your concealer. For contour, I've got some cream products and oh, I don't have all of it here. First one is the Black Opal. This is actually a foundation stick. This is just great. One of the things I look forward to in is the color. Sometimes the colors can just be so wrong. I like products like this that really cater to darker skinned women like myself. I really like the color of this. It's a really nice dark brown. The shade is in Carol. Another one I would recommend is the NYX Sculpt and Highlight Face Duo. I use this shade, the darker shade, to contour. This is what I use today. For the powder, you guys, you cannot sleep on CoverGirl Ebony Bronzer. You can't do it. Like, you can't. This is just amazing. And also, another one I really like is the BH Cosmetics Contour Kit. I really like BH Cosmetic products. I actually have a lot of eyeshadows from them that I really like that I didn't show in this video. You guys, we can't talk about eyeshadows in one video. Next thing I want to talk about is the face powder. Now this one's a bit tricky because I have a Holy Grail powder, and that's my MAC Mineral Skin Finish in dark. When I really don't want to use that powder because I really run out a lot. Like I have a lot of like empty containers of my MAC powder. If I'm trying to be cheap that day, I go for my Black Opal. Now this is Black Opal in medium. Setting your whole face gives you like a nice, finished, completed look. Just kind of just puts everything in place. When you put your foundation, you must set with powder. The last thing I'm going to talk about is I feel like everyone needs to have a setting spray, you know. For setting sprays, as we all know, there's different finishes. There's the matte finish, there's the dewy finish. I've kind of been loving NYX a lot. This is the matte finish, so if you're a dewy girl, they have a dewy finish one. So if you want to have that amazing glow, then get the dewy finish. Basically, in this video, I kind of talked about like the basic essentials. Obviously, I left out a lot of things like lip products and highlight. So yeah, guys, these were some of the products that I would recommend. Definitely leave suggestions of products that you guys are liking that are in the drugstore, because I'm also on the hunt and you guys can also help people that are looking for products. I really hope you found this helpful. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.